first one we're going to work on is when we're in side control, our opponent's framing. Alright, so I have an underhook here. And the first thing I got to do is expose him where he's structurally weak. So I'm going to base out with my right arm. My right arm is underneath my opponent's far T-Rex here. So I base out, I put it up, and I stick in my meat hook right here. We call this a meat hook in 10-pound jiu-jitsu. Donner calls it a C-cup. Okay. Next, I base out. Switch my base so that I'm in a modified twister side control. My knee to my opponent's hip. So now I'm controlling 2 points of base on my opponent, his close hip and his far shoulder. I'm going to scoop my body back, exposing his arm, and then bring my knee up onto his belly. Okay? If he doesn't block them out, then I'm out. But 9 times out of 10, a guy will put his hand up here to block them out. So I grab his wrist with all 5 fingers, push his arm down to the mat, and blocking his hip now with my elbow as well. I bring my right knee back down, blocking the same hip, expose his arm with my meat hook, switch to judo side control here, and notice that my opponent's arm is underneath my hips. Okay? From here I do what's known as crystal balling the head, so I bring my arm around, crystal balling the head, push down on my opponent's face, and then step over and bring my foot really close to my opponent's neck. You have this arm bar here, but it's a really low percentage, so instead we're going to go for the Kimura. I figure 4 my opponent's arm, and here's what we're going to do. The details of the Kimura a la John Danaher are this. You're going to Pablo Picasso, paint this guy's, use his arm like a brush, his hand is the brush, but you really don't need to worry so much about painting as much as you do pulling his elbow towards the ceiling. So if I can pull his elbow towards the ceiling, I barely have to move his arm, his hand at all. If I don't pull up on the elbow and I move his hand, I'll get the tap, but I get a lot more, he has a lot more leverage. So I pull up on the elbow, and that's the finish.